decided to divulge my own secret. And I decided to take back my own power by becoming public with my status. You know, so now what can you say to me? Because it's not a secret anymore.
They called me, and I remember exactly when and where I was, and I was stunned. And I didn't get high for like a week when I finally had a reason to in my life of using. And then I just kind of had to decide. The doctor, she said, you want to live or you want to die? I'll give you 5 minutes. She shut the door and left. So she came back, and I decided that was it. It's my time. And actually, right then, the virus became a blessing for me because all the addiction,
What I did after that Friday is I drank all weekend and went back in and gave blood work. I was a very heavy drinker. I'm in recovery now. And with the same test results that I was HIV positive. I got under the care of special immunology immediately, and I couldn't find another woman that was diagnosed. This was in 1988, and the only thing that we had known in 1988 was what was going on with Rock Hudson. This was before Ryan White came forward, truly an innocent young boy. And so I helped co-found one of the first women's groups at University Hospital, and that was in 1989. And since then we have some other women's groups at a variety of places, and so that keeps me very, very busy. And I think that any serious diagnosis, you want to meet someone that is in the same position.
And since then, I have to say my life has been a lot better. I responded very well to the meds that I was given, and today I feel healthier than I have in all my life. I'm doing a lot with it, but I will say initially, after finding out that I was positive, my biggest concern was just I kept telling everyone I met, and I would just break out and cry. I said, I can't afford to be sick. I can't afford any of this. So they told me the price of the meds. I said, I just can't afford this.
That time in my life, I had to figure out how to go on living, as this person living with HIV. And my doctor introduced me to the AIDS task force and started me going to women's support group meetings. And that's when I first met other women and other people in the spectrum that was infected with HIV and AIDS. And it made me realize and think, oh, I wasn't in this situation by myself, and that I can continue to live, and try to live, because at that time, I didn't think I would make it past 5 years.
So I did a lot of healthy stuff for myself, took care of my body, studied the meds as they came out, was in the right place at the right time. In 3 weeks, I'm going to be 53. I've probably been HIV positive since I was 21. So it's pretty incredible that I've survived this long.
What got me through all that and stuff, my kids, I'm glad that they got kids, because my grandkids, it's what keeps me going. I love them to death, If it wasn't for my grandkids, to keep me stronger, I think I would have probably killed myself. But I didn't, because them little ones need me more.
Come in my room and tell me that I was diagnosed with AIDS. I never thought that would happen to me, because I know I was promiscuous, a little bit promiscuous, a lot promiscuous. I did a lot of things and didn't use the right protection. I never thought that it would happen to me, but it did. And it sort of bothers me sometimes.
It's because of the virus that I am here today, because it's given me a new way of living. It's offered me an opportunity to give hope to others who have maybe not the strength and the willingness to keep on living. The virus and I have become involved in the Ryan White Planning Council, AIDS Clinical Trial Unit, and through the Regional Advisory Group. I am an advocate and an activist for prevention, treatment, and staying in care.
just kept living my life. And I think that's one of the reasons I survived.
You know, put yourself first and don't let no one else get in that way.
I refuse to accept any kind of negativism that interferes with me having the life of my dreams.
So the way I look at the disease now today is that God took something tragic and turned it into a blessing.
May 31st was really the lowest point in my life, and yet it was also a very peaceful time because I really thought that was my last.
Learned everything I could, went on thebody.com, and today I tell anybody, I don't care. I don't care what they think of me, and it's like my freedom. If it helps somebody, that's where it's at.
Get your resources, you just got to. Because if you don't get your resources, you're going to wish you had them. You know, but you can't make decisions for people. People make their own decisions. But take it from me. Having resources plays a big part in your life. Because I thank God for the resources that I do have today. Because when I first got diagnosed, I didn't know which way was up. You know, but
I just think that women need to speak up and women need to act up, and go to conferences if you can, and just share your story with someone, because we all end up in the same footprints.
And so, in retrospect, looking back, I guess what motivated me was that my friends were dying all around me, and I was still here.